We spend a considerable amount of time, looking at, what we do, lined up, motion to, motion away, down in distances. I think those open weeks give you an opportunity to do that and to kind of self-scout yourself and, use critique from both sides of the ball, our defense to our offense and vice versa. So, a lot of opportunity to do that and then go out and practice the fundamentals of what we do, what we need to do. And that was a large portion of spending, those practice opportunities and getting better, but also making sure that we correct a lot of things, whether it's personnel, scheme-wise, that we take a good look at what we're doing, how we're doing it, as I said before, and who's doing it. Those are things that an open week allows you to do, and we try to take full advantage of that. Well, anytime the quarterback is a guy that's been around the system for a while, Mike's been around, Dana Bible offense, Tom O'Brien offense, for a while, and he's demonstrated that he's got a great arm. I think he's thrown for almost 3,000 yards. I believe over 31 touchdowns. And so, he's a guy that, they engineered a scoring, the end of the game scoring drive, and they beat Florida State. So there's a lot of things that he has going on, for him being an experienced, fifth year guy. So, as far as from a coverage standpoint, obviously we have to play really good coverage, and I think most of the teams that go in playing NC State, the game plan is to try to get him off the spot. I mean, you hear about the TV games that are played, not letting it be a kind of a 7-on-7 where he drops back and he can stay in the pocket and just throw the ball. That's been a lot of the game planning for a lot of teams that have played him. But he's done a good job staying on the spot. He's done a good job, moving out of the pocket. And it's evident when you watch him play that the experience of a fifth-year guy in that system has done him well. So. But he's definitely a major concern for us. He's a great player. I mean, I think last year was 13 interceptions, and this year I think he has 3. But he's a 6'3". You look at their secondary, they're all 6'2", 6'3". I mean, across the board. This is a tall, and when we say thick, I mean in a complimentary way. Their defensive line. I mean, they're heavy, heavy guys that are athletic guys that can move. When you look at David, you look at him as a guy that when teams go, 3 receivers to one side and then it's a single receiver back to the back side, most of the time you put your best receiver over there. Well, they put him over there and say, all right, I'm one-on-one over here, I'll cover him. And he does that in their nickel packages. So they move him around a lot, but they always end up putting him on your best receiver. And he has a penchant for finding the ball and playing the ball in the air. So I don't know if it's as much as trying to throw away from him or trying to, whatever you try to do. But I think that you have to recognize where he is because he is a very talented player. He's a draft pick, an All-American and all those things that you talk about. But, for us it's more about attacking the coverages as opposed to just, the one individual. But you have to be cognizant of where he is at all times because he's a dynamic player on defense. No, as I said last week, we spent more time on ourselves than what we do. NC State is a zone pressure team where they do a lot of line slants. They bring a linebacker, or they'll bring 2 linebackers. They'll do different things. So there's a lot of movement that they do up front. And what you do see is you see some teams that run the ball or have those opportunities to create those creases or those gaps, and it's a defense but they also lead I think they're one of the tops in the ACC in tackles for losses. So what they do is there's movement and there's linebackers coming, and when it's working, then it's working because it's creating those tackles for loss. And I think they're up there in sacks as well. But when you have an opportunity to run and you can crease a run because of the movement, then you see some success in that area too. So Sunday. Yesterday, Sunday and today being Monday, those 2 days and what will be committed to seeing what they do here and then put it to use on the practice field tomorrow will be geared towards what they do and the game plan may be more specific in terms of what types of run or what types of attack, perimeter, inside, or whatever it may be. But It's a good defense that there's a lot of movement, a lot of zone, not much man pressure stuff, but there's a lot of movement that has created plays for them, but has also, you know, created opportunities for other teams to gain yardage. We desperately need to win a game. You know, we want to play and win a game. That's a priority for us, and the who and the what and all those things are important for us to answer. But you know, we're going to try to put the people and places and things in place to help us win the game. And as I said, this past week was primarily the focus on that.